Good evening students. Today we will complete here part 6 of chapter 2, and here in this part we will know about the protective tissues. Okay, so what are the protective tissues? So protective tissues are the tissues that help in covering the surface of the leaves and the living cells of the stems and roots. So mainly there are two types of protective tissues, and what are they? They are epidermis and cork. So let's know about the epidermis. So outermost layer, okay, of the plant body, such as leaves, flowers, roots, stem, okay, that is called epidermis. So generally the epidermis is made up of a single layer of cells, and the cells are closely packed. Parenchymatous cells are there, and they don't have any kind of intercellular space. So the epidermis is covered by a waterproof layer that is known as cuticle. So you can see here the diagram. This is the diagram of epidermis, okay, and you can see the layer, this layer, it is waterproof layer, and this is known as cuticle. So mainly the cuticle, it is made up of waxy substance that is called, okay, that is secreted by the epidermal cells, and most epidermal cells are flat, and their outer side and side walls are thicker than the inner walls, okay. And the epidermal cells have a long hair-like parts called trichomes. What are they known as? They are known as the trichomes. So now the second part, in roots, okay, in the roots of the plant, the younger parts are covered with a layer of epidermis without cuticle and called epiblema, and some epiblema cells give rise to tubular outgrowth called root hairs. So suppose these are the roots of a plant, okay, this is a plant. So this is stem, this is leaf. So these are the roots of a plant, and if you will see the microscopic structure of these roots, you will find a small hair-like structure, okay, unicellular hair-like structures. And if we will see these hair-like structure in the microscope, so this kind of structure will be there, and this is a root hair, okay. So now let's talk about the functions of the epidermis. So mainly it protects all the parts from infection, okay, all the parts of the plant from infection. And in deserts, the epidermis may be thicker to protect the plant against the water loss. As we know that there is a scarcity of water in deserts, so it helps the plant, okay, to protect against the water loss. It has a thick coating of as we know that it has a thick coating of cutin, and the root hairs of epidermal cell that helps to absorb mineral and water, and the trichomas generally increase the total absorptive surface area. So, and students, the lowered epidermis of dicot leaves in having a large number of microscopic pores, okay. Suppose this is a leaf, if you will see the lower surface of this leaf, you will found the small pores like structure, okay. So these are known as the stomata, and each stoma is bounded by kidney shaped guard cells. And if you will see these stoma, okay, in the microscope, then you will find the structure, okay, kidney shaped structure is there. This kind of structure you will find. So this is the structure of a stoma, and you can see that each stoma is bounded by a kidney shaped guard cells, okay, and these guard cells regulate the opening and closing of the stoma. And students, remember that the stomata opens during daytime. And what are the functions of stomata? So the stomata help in the exchange of gases with the atmosphere at the time of photosynthesis and respiration. Suppose the gas, okay, means during the process of photosynthesis, so the carbon dioxide that will get enter through to this opening, okay, this stomatal opening, it will get enter, carbon dioxide will get enter during the process of photosynthesis, and from the same opening, okay, the oxygen gas will be coming out, and it will be diffused in the atmosphere, okay. And transpiration also takes place through the stomata. So now let's know about the second type of protective tissue, that is cork. So as the plants grow older, and as the plant grow older, the outer protective tissue, okay, this is the outer protective tissue, and epidermis of the stem gets replaced with secondary meristem called cork cambium, and cork is also known as the phloem. and the cells on the outside are cut off from the layer, forming several layers. Okay, and the cork of the bark of the tree, the cells of cork are dead rectangular cells which are compactly arranged and without having any kind of intercellular space. And the cells of cork has a chemical that is known as suberin, and in their walls, okay, which makes the cells impermeable. Impermeable means they don't allow to get enter or get out to any substance from the cell to water and gases. So the cells of the cork do not contain protoplasm, but they are filled with resins or tannins. So what are the functions of cork? So mainly corks are used to protect the plant from infection and mechanical injury, and due to its properties the corks are used as insulators, shock absorbers, and in sports goods. And the third one function, the presence of suberin makes the corks impervious to gases and water. So this is all about the types of protective tissue